Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
Hey Bookie, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Felicia Monique, and I am so glad that you are here. If you're new, welcome. If this is like your second, third, fourth, fifth, 20th video with me, welcome back. I appreciate you so much. Today we are talking about glowing up on a budget. This is something that is near and dear to my heart because I'm a single mom of two, and I've been slowly and steadily increasing my income, but I still want to maintain a budget for all of the things that make me happy. And I know so many of you are in the same predicament, or maybe you're not a mom, but you still want to be on a budget, and you still want to glow up. This video is for you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications because I want to see you here again. We're homies now, okay? You're officially one of my homegirls, and let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, what the heck is a glow up? I want to be very clear that a glow up is not just about how you look. That is part of it, but it's also how you feel. And it's also about creating a vibe and a lifestyle that aligns with either who you're trying to become or who you have evolved into. So it's just loving that part of yourself enough to create a routine that embraces who you are or who you're becoming. And so what that means is that a glow up isn't just external, it's internal. So what I want to start with is my favorite part of my glow up journey, which is skincare. I think we see so many influencers sharing these super expensive skincare routines, and that's just not realistic for me. I'm not spending over 30 or 40 bucks on skincare anything. I don't care if it's a cream, I don't care if it's a serum, I don't care if it's a mask, I don't care. I'm not doing it. So we're just gonna go through step by step each product that I use, and I will also share all links below as always so that you can take a look and make a purchase if you'd like. Let's get into it. What I usually start off with is, say for instance, it's a day like this. It's content day. My face is full of makeup. The first thing I wanna do is get my makeup off. And Neutrogena has the best go-to makeup wipes ever. I'm gonna put the price of each product on the screen as I talk about it. Here's the price of this product. And I love them. You only usually need about one or two depending on how deep you go with your face routine, but I love them. And I usually buy, like there's a pack that you can get that have 2 packs of the wipes in it, and it's super affordable. Love them. Okay. Now that your makeup is off, you want to cleanse your skin. Usually there's leftover residue that I always notice after I wipe my makeup off. And so my go-to cleansers right now are by Tatcha. The smaller versions of these, this is the rice wash that I love. It's creamy, it doesn't dry you out. And then this is a clarifying gel cleanser. Deeper cleaning type of product. Still doesn't dry me out, but it does dry me out more than this one. Okay, and they came in a pack together. I'll share that price on the screen. And I got them at Ulta. Okay, love these, swear by them. What I've noticed is that sometimes when I use other brands or other products is that after I wash my face, it feels so dry. And I hate that for me, because then what ends up happening is I don't naturally have dry skin, but I end up with dry patches because of the products that are so drying. And that's why for a really long time, I was just a soap and water girl. Like, I would just wash my face with water and that was it. You know, like it didn't need all of that. But because I realized I'm using all these different products now, I do need a little bit extra just to make sure nothing's left in my pores, okay? So after you do the remover, the cleanser, you should be clean. Some girls will do a double cleanse. So in that case, I would say start off with the matcha cleanse first. That was this bottle. And then go in with the rice wash, okay? All right, so next we're gonna talk about different serums, okay? And I'll go in the order in which I use them, okay? So the very first one is an oldie but goodie. And if you know anything, you already know we love a good toner around here, okay? There's I don't know if you guys were, I don't know how old you are. I'm 36, okay? But there was a time where like this was everything. This in witch hazel would really do magic on your face, okay? And I actually ended up buying this because my daughter, she's 6, was breaking out, and I needed to get something to just like slowly cleanse her face, but not overdo it, okay? I knew nothing that I owned was safe enough or soft enough for her. So I bought this and I thought, maybe I need to use this for myself. So it does have witch hazel in it and aloe vera, and it's so good. I'm so glad I got this for her because now I use it in my routine, and I do notice the glow and the subtle cleansing that it adds to my process, but it also stays on your face, so it's just great. So this is step 1 after you wash your face, okay? So good. Now we're gonna hop into hyaluronic acid, okay? So I have 2 that I use. The Good Molecules hyaluronic acid that I love, love, love. And then I also have the Ordinary brand's hyaluronic acid. Love, love, love. I love them both. I can't think of which one I like more. I do know that this is my second bottle of this one. This one is basically gone, so maybe I do like this one more. I don't know. But I think also I had the niacinamide of this brand, of the Ordinary brand. I just ran out, so I can't share that with you, but I will drop the link below as well. And so I would use them together because I feel like sometimes if you use 2 of the same brands together, maybe they're doing more. So hyaluronic acid is just really good for moisturizing, filling in those lines, and keeping your face youthful and plump. I notice as you get older, you'll start to see like more fine lines and sunken in cheek. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't have that problem, okay? Because somebody asked me if I was 16 last week, okay? So yeah, hyaluronic acid, super good. Good Molecules or the Ordinary brand, you pick. They're both good and they're both affordable, okay? So let's talk about moisturizing your face, okay? Usually after that though, I will say that I do go in with the niacinamide, okay? And then move on to moisturizing. My favorite moisturizer right now, today, I can't tell you what it would be tomorrow or what it was yesterday, but is La Roche-Posay. This is a triple repair moisturizing cream because like I said, sometimes I feel like products will dry my skin out, and I hate that, okay? I hate dry faces. And I went to Ulta and I picked this up. I'm an Ulta girl. I mean, Sephora is good, but Ulta has so many different things at different price points that are still good and great. Quality products, even though they're not like $100, you know what I mean? And so that's why I prefer to go to Ulta. But yeah, so La Roche-Posay triple moisturizing cream, amazing. And a little bit goes a long way. I think I was doing a video one time and I squeezed a whole bunch of it in my hand, and I realized as I was applying it, I had a shit ton of lotion still left over. I had to like literally wipe it off. A little bit goes a long way with this. It's good even for sensitive skin and babies. So I could use this on my daughter's face. This has shea butter, ceramide, and niacinamide in it. So if you do just happen to skip the niacinamide treatment from Good Molecules or the Ordinary brand, this lotion already has it. So you're good to go to skip that step, okay? Now I have 3 others that are runner-ups to my La Roche-Posay moisturizer. So I decided to try this Bioma barrier treatment. What I noticed is it's not necessarily a good moisturizer, but it is supposed to be like a leave-on facial, okay? And so it has avocado oil in it, ectoine, and squalene. It's basically supposed to increase your skin's natural moisture, okay? It's really good, but at times I would think, I should add something else with this, okay? And so then you can double up and use this moisturizer and then another moisturizer, okay? Because this is more like a treatment than anything, okay? Next on my list is the Good Molecules Lightweight Moisturizer, which I love in the summertime. It's good enough in the summertime. In the wintertime, baby girl, get your La Roche-Posay. I know it's summertime now. I'm probably gonna use La Roche-Posay all year round. But Good Molecules has a good lightweight moisturizer that I love, which you can combine with the Bioma one. Okay, I think they both work, and I think they're both great. Okay, so try them out, but by themselves, not so great. But they're still good moisturizers. Okay. Last but not least, this was actually sent to me by a brand to create content with, and I fell in love with it. It's Tula Skincare 24/7 moisturizer, and it's thick. I think I used it all. I did. That's how much I love it. I use it all. So good. It even smells good. It has like this lightweight, almost like fresh laundry scent. It's so good, and I used it all. So if I were to put anything in my top two, it would be La Roche-Posay and Tula. They're amazing for moisture. Okay, so that's moisture. Now let's just talk about treatment. I'm usually pretty good with my skin. It doesn't break out, it doesn't give me too many issues, but in the instant that it does, yes, I am a Starface user. Don't use this on your kids though. I used it on my daughter's face once, and it is stronger on a baby's face, because it literally, like, I peeled that thing off the next morning and it peeled off the whole top of the pimple. So then she ended up with a scar. So it does work. I love them. And so they're called this is by Starface, Hydro Star salicylic acid. And yeah, it's so cute. So cute. So I love this. Put it on your pimple overnight, you're good to go. I'm not one of them girls though that walk around with the stars on their faces. I'm not doing that. Just at nighttime. Okay. Another treatment that I love to use is the Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. I'll use this at night after I moisturize. I'll just put this under my eyes, and mainly because I wear so much makeup under my eyes. I got 2 concealers under here, pressed powder, all of that. Girl, what we not gonna do is let my skin get crazy and dark under there, or whatever happens when you get old. Not me. Not me. Okay. All right. And then the other brightening eye treatment that I use are the Topicals Faded Eye Patches. I just love them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if these work for real. I was influenced to get them, and I just think they look cute. So on Sundays when I'm like walking around cleaning my house, I have these under my eyes and my robe and my tea and my this and that, and girl, I feel cute. It's an aesthetic. But part of your glow up journey is doing things that not only like are really helping you, but they make you feel good. And this was a lifestyle decision, and it wasn't that expensive, so why not? Okay. Topicals, bring me on your brand trip next year, okay? Because I'm gonna be there. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. So next we're gonna talk about hair care on a budget, which is so hard, especially for us Black girls. Let's be real. I think the hard part is if you don't know how to do your own hair, how can you maintain it on a budget? So I'm just gonna give you a few tips and tricks that have helped me over the years. So I did a big chop during COVID, because I really just wanted to grow my hair back healthier. And so some of the things that I did during that process definitely were affordable because I was broke. Okay, and so I'll put up pictures of my before and where I am now with my hair growth. And one of the things that I think really helped were certain vitamins and certain oils. So I'm going to share those supplements and vitamins with you and the recipe for my oil. Okay, so let's start with the oil. It's rosemary oil. It's not anything big and fancy. It's just rosemary. So you can go to your grocery store. You can buy virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I go to like Wegmans, or you can buy it at Aldi, you can buy it at Giant, wherever you buy your groceries. And then you'll go to the like produce section and the herbs and buy fresh rosemary, okay? You'll come home, you'll heat up the oil on, in a pan on your stove. And once it gets a little hot, you cut the rosemary leaves off of the stem, drop it in the oil and let it simmer for I don't know, 3-4 minutes. If you want to do it longer, you can do it for, I don't know, 20 minutes max though, because you don't want the oil to like burn, or it's 20 minutes max, okay? And then you'll take out the leaves and siphon it into your own bottle, and then oil your scalp with it. So you can do it a multitude of ways, which could be one, when I had braids, I would oil my scalp with the rosemary oil every other night. When I was doing wash days or deep condition days, I would add the oil to my deep condition. And when you do like a pre-poo treatment, which is typically just like your conditioner and an oil, spray it with water, put it in braids before you wash it, and this just prevents your hair from getting stripped and dried out from shampooing, I would add that in there as well. So those are the 3 methods that I used for my homemade oil. Let me show you the supplements that I use. So the first thing that I love is MSM powder. You literally take 3 scoops of this and put it in your water or whatever you drink, it's fine. And girl, one thing I noticed is it can cause headaches, so make sure you take Advil or Motrin when you start to get a subtle tinge of a headache. But otherwise, it definitely helps. And I combine that with Geritol. This is a liquid vitamin, comes with its own cup. Take it once a day in the morning. I usually do both. Like I'll create the water with the MSM powder, pour up the shot of this and take it and drink it down with the water because it's kind of nasty. But after you do it for a while, you get used to how disgusting it is, but it does have vitamin B and iron in it. So when I went to get labs done, they were like, your iron levels are a little high. And I was like, oh my God, is something wrong? Like I started panicking. And then I got up the next day and I took this and I was like, oh, iron. Iron in this, that's why. So yeah. So those are my 2 favorite products. So let's get into like affordable ways to maintain your hair. I'm a Pinterest girly. I love going on Pinterest to find hair inspo, okay? And so what I'll do sometimes is either Pinterest, now Lemonade, TikTok, YouTube. These are all great resources for you to go on and find ways to do your hair. And I think last month was like the first time I like got my natural hair done, and then it got old and then I had to wash it myself. And I just did a slick back ponytail, which I had never done before, or bun. And I had to go online to figure out like what are the best products for slicking back my 4C hair. I found a video on it and now I looked good when I had my hair slicked back, and I feel more confident about it. Other hairstyles that I've done that were low cost are I slicked back my hair once and put a ponytail on it, and then it was like a curly thick ponytail, and then I took a hair clip and clipped it up until it was basically like falling over my head. It was really pretty. I did that by myself. I did a slick back with a long braid by myself before. That wasn't hard at all, and it was super affordable. Braiding hair is literally like, I don't know, $7 a pack max. So it's really just about like doing the research and then trying it out. You won't know unless you try. And then other things that you can do if you're not a DIY girly is go on Instagram or TikTok and type in DMV hairdresser. I'm in the DMV, or hashtag your city hairdresser, and there'll be a whole bunch of girls tagging themselves in that hashtag, and you can look at their prices and see like who's affordable. I know my homegirl also went to like a local hair school to get her hair washed and trimmed, and that was like at a significant discount compared to what it would be at the hairdresser. So those are just some options for maintaining your hair. Okay, let's move along. The next thing I want to share with you is affordable makeup hacks. Again, I mentioned before that I am an Ulta girly. And the reason why I go to Ulta is because they have affordable options. So my face today is full of a mixture of high-end and low-end products. My eyebrows are literally done with a NYX eyeliner, which was probably less than $7, okay? My lips are Fenty, so I think that was like $23. My foundation today is NARS, but I have a comparable foundation that I use from L'Oreal. It works great. I wore it yesterday to work and my makeup came out just like this. I think what it comes down to isn't necessarily always the products, because sometimes products do play into it, but sometimes it's the application. So I'm gonna share with you a few tips and tricks for makeup hacks, okay? 1, blend. Blend, and blend again. If you don't think you blended enough, you didn't. If you think you did blend enough, you didn't. Go back and blend again. I noticed that because I was starting to try to do like tutorials on my makeup, and I would be doing it and it looked good here in the mirror, but when I looked at it on camera, you could see like every flaw. Do you know what I mean? Like, so today when I did my face, because I knew it was content day, I blended a lot, okay? So that will make the impact of what you're using that much better. Blend. You also want to make sure that the beginning and the end of your routine have a primer and a spray. And my finishing powder and my primer, well, my finishing spray and my primer are cheap, okay? I use this e.l.f. primer, okay? Mattifying primer, okay? Because it's good. It's power grip. It's great. I love it. Love this thing. Swear by it. And I love it because it's matte. I'm a matte girly. I don't like the glow. I end up looking oily at the end of the day. I'm not glowing. I want to be matte. I want to be pressed in, finished. And so this one, I'll share the price on the screen. Amazing, okay? So you have a great primer, and then you have a great spray. Matte finish too. Matte finish. NYX. Super affordable, okay? And then just the in-between products that I can share with you. Of course, I just shared this with you. The L'Oreal 24-hour finish infallible foundation. Amazing. Love it. Can't get enough. Please excuse how horrible my e.l.f. blush looks, but it's affordable and it shows up on dark skin. Super important that you buy products that are suitable for your complexion as well. I don't care if you're light skin, dark skin, white skin, Indian skin, brown, whatever. Find the right colors and products for you, and you can find them on a budget. This e.l.f. blush, girl, always shows up. Another good blush for us dark skin girlies is Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place has such great pigmented products that show up on all skin tones. And I just got this blush last week. Live by it. I'm wearing this color today. Amazing. So those are just a few of my favorite products. I will also share that sometimes when you're in Ulta or Target or wherever you get your makeup products, they sell minis of the bigger products. And so I love the Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara. So I bought the mini of it and it was cheaper. So like that's always an option as well, okay? Moving along. Okay, so I've talked a lot about things that are all about the external glow up, which is amazing. We do want to look good, okay? Because when you look good, you feel good and you do better. But when you look good, it's because you are good inside. So let's talk about things that you can do for your internal glow up that cost little to nothing, okay? I'm talking $0 to $20, okay? And the first thing is, how do you work out? How do you exercise? For me, myself, there's a gym in my complex that I can go to for $0 and get a good workout. But also, there's so many different paths that I can take and do a hot girl walk. And this is good for my health. It's good because I'm getting outside, I'm seeing the sun. The sun is so good for you. We were created from this earth. So to be outside in the world, in nature, is so important. So getting some sun, some vitamin D naturally is amazing. And a hot girl walk, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes, is amazing. You can just, if you live in a city, go outside and loop a block. If you live in a suburb, I'm sure you live near a path. If you live in the country, girl, hit that grass. Like, just, it costs nothing to go outside and take a walk. Another thing that I do often, I just started getting back into this, is journaling. Right now, the only thing that I'm journaling are gratitudes, things that I'm thankful for. So every morning I get up and I do my morning routine. And journaling is an essential part of my routine, okay? And that brings me to the next point. Having routines are really good for your internal health because you know what to expect every morning. You know what to expect every evening. And every morning I wake up, I pray. I read my Bible, I do my journaling, and I read my declarations. And my declarations are just a list of all of the things that I want to accomplish. And I say it as if I've already accomplished it. This is the best year of my life. I make over $180,000 this year from content because I worked my ass off for it. My content converted to sales for every brand that I worked with. I'm able to take care of my kids financially without an issue. I'm able to pay for the mortgage for my new home without a problem. My mortgage is paid. My daughter's tuition is paid. My son's tuition is paid. All of these things are in my declarations. Every morning. I even talk about the husband that I'm going to have and what type of relationship we have. Just the relationship I have with God is in my declarations. The relationship that I have with my extended family, the relationship that I have with the friends that I have now and my future friends is in my declarations. And it literally takes me maybe 2 to 3 minutes to read it every day. But it's important because if I remember what I'm working towards and I remind myself of why I'm doing all of the things that I'm doing throughout the day, it doesn't feel so hard. When you get up and you hit the floor running in the morning, you forget sometimes what your purpose is and what your goal is. But if you take a minute in the morning and you read what you're working towards, you're like, this is why I'm going to have all these meetings. This is why I'm recording for 8 hours today. This is why I'm, working my ass off to make extra money for my kids. You know what I mean? So it's just a reminder. And then it pushes you a little bit harder too. And you have a better mindset about doing the hard things when you know why you're doing the hard things, okay? And then in the evening, I typically will just wash my face and do all this the skincare and the self-care things for my external. And then I sit down and in that same journal, I write out the things that I need to accomplish the next day. And sometimes I'm specific enough to say I'm only spending 30 minutes on X, or I'm going to spend an hour editing and that's it. Or I'm going to spend 30 minutes reading through my email and pitching. And that way, I'm not going to my email every 30 minutes for no reason. I'm not hitting on TikTok and Instagram all day. I might block in time for when I'm going to scroll and, naturally, organically engage with people. And that's it. Do you know what I mean? So you want to have your life feel like it's so much at ease and it's so structured that you have no time to break down and be mad. You already know what you got to do. Even this morning, I got up and I did cleaning for 30, 40 minutes. It's on my refrigerator what I need to clean each day. And I didn't do it yesterday, so I got up this morning and I said I'm doing it, which was vacuuming, mopping, sweeping, and dusting. And I did that this morning before I came back home from dropping my daughter off at school because it needs to be done. And I think that's what that evening routine process does. It lets you know what needs to be done, and then you can add in things that you really want to do for yourself that feel good, like those routines in the morning that help you. Write that down. I write that down, even though I know that I'm going to pray and I know that I'm going to read my Bible and I know I'm going to do my gratitudes. I add that in there too. And I've also added in, I'm waking up 30 minutes earlier. I used to wake up at 6. But if I wake up at 6 and do all of these steps, now I'm late and the rest of my day is shitty. But if I wake up at 5:30, I give praise to God, I give praise to myself, I motivate myself, now my day is great, okay? So that's really important for me, obviously. Another thing that's super important to me that I'm struggling with at the moment, but is reading. I love to read. And I'm not just talking about a self-help book. Granted, those are great too, but if you can get lost in a fiction book, like romance or crime or something like that, and just get yourself at ease. Everything is not always about working. I gotta get to my goal. Let me read this book. Let me watch this podcast. Let me get on YouTube and what the fuck do you like to do that brings you zen and that is not in front of a freaking screen? Not on your computer, not on your iPad, not on your phone, not on the TV. Find that thing and do it. Okay? And for me, it's reading. So I started reading this book. It's so good. It's so good. I need to add that to my nighttime routine, like reading for 15 minutes and turning off the TV. And that'll help your brain also to relax. Because my therapist told me, like, if you're having a hard time going to sleep, you need to create a sleep routine. Which Mel Robbins also said, you need to figure out what time you're going to bed. A lot of us are like in the bed at 12:30, watching TV for 2 hours, waking up at 5, and now we're mad. No. You need your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And then if you determine you need to be asleep by 10, you need to be in the bed at 9. Because it takes your body time to settle down. Okay? Okay. Another thing that's literally super affordable is creating a vibe at home. And for me, it's like usually when I don't have my kids, I can create a vibe at home. Which is like I'll clean up everything. I'll go and get like a good meal. Affordable, of course, because everything I'm listing is between $0 to $20. I'll clean up everything. I'll go grab a good meal, like at Kava or Chipotle or something like that, and I'll sit on my couch. I'll light a candle, which you can get a good candle from the dollar store if you want to. Target. My favorite ones are from Bath and Body Works. Okay, you can light your candle and you sit down and you eat and you watch your favorite program. That's a vibe for me. You can light as many candles as you want, or I like to cook while I'm listening to like a good Beyonce playlist or like a good Janae vibe at night. Sometimes when I go to sleep, instead of like turning on the TV for like a show, I'll put on like Bible verses to listen to while I'm sleeping, and they usually have like a different screen for those, and it gives me like a good vibe. And I also just try to create a great vibe just by decorating my space a certain way. Don't mind my pictures though, those are coming down, but I haven't replaced them yet. I ordered the pictures, it's just I haven't hung them. But like those things are good for like, you spend a lot of time in your house and at work probably. So if you can create like the best spaces in those areas, girl, you're good. Okay, so let's also talk about how we maintain a good mindset and inner glow. In addition to doing my morning routine where I pray and do my gratitudes, etc., before I do anything else, usually in the car on my way to drop off, I'm listening to a sermon. And then I'm listening to something that is motivational after that, right? So the sermon, of course, is faith-based. The motivation can come from anybody. And it could be motivating me about my content. It could be motivating me about my mindset. It could be motivating me about my glow up. But these things really just help me to remember like either who I am or who I'm trying to be, and tips and tricks for navigating it. So this video in itself is a motivational video, and you can check that off for the day. But that's how I maintain my internal glow. Also, I just try to eliminate as much negative speak from my vocabulary as possible. You have a lot of power in your mouth and with your words, so just be careful what you're saying. And also be very careful what you put in your body. It's going to affect your mind. I haven't been eating meat. Today's the 6th day. And I feel like I have so much energy. I knocked out so much content today. It is 11:30. I have knocked out so much content today. This is my first YouTube of 2 that I'm shooting in a day. Okay, so just getting rid of meat gave my mind a boost and my body a boost. So just think about that. Think about your diet. And then also just think about a car. Your body is like that. It's running on fuel. So you want to fill it up with good things, okay? The high-end cars, they need premium gas. If you are a high-end woman, you need premium fuel for your body. So remember that, okay? And the last thing I want to share with you is just tips for maintaining the budget for all of the things that I shared with you. Like, how can I afford to go to Ulta and get these things? How can I afford to maintain my hair? How can I afford to, like, you have to take out the worry about it sometimes, because it'll be like, girl, I need my hair done. How am I going to do that? I'm going to have to pay tuition. I have to pay dance fees. I have to pay this. I have to pay that. Fuck it, I'm getting it done. I'll figure it out. Like, literally, that is how it happens sometimes. But also, you can say every 2 weeks, I'm gonna take out X amount of dollars, and this money is the only money that I'm gonna spend on beauty, on hair, on any of the things that I shared, the candles, a book, whatever. Books are free though at the library, but like, just put that money to the side and know that this is my self-care money, period. Or you can do like me, give it to God and say, I'm doing it. You know who I am. This is who I am now. This is what I do now. And I have to look this way. This is my standard. I will not drop below standard anymore. I refuse to drop below any standard when it comes to my self-care, when it comes to my beauty, when it comes to my health. There's a standard. And whatever I have to do to meet that standard is what's going to happen. And usually when you demand things from life and you show up as what you say you are, life will pay you that price or more. So if you want X, ask for double. I promise you it's going to happen, okay? You really have to wrap your mind around the fact that you are already that girl. You are already successful. You are already making 6 figures. You are already making 15K a month making content, or whatever it is that you want to pursue. You really have to tell yourself that you're already there, and this is what I would do if I already was there, and do it. Do it scared. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't give a fuck. You might be scared. I don't care. I was scared. I'm still scared some days. But you either gonna leap or you're gonna sit there and not. And then next year be thinking like, oh, should I have leapt back then? Yes, the fuck, you should have taken the leap. Jesus. Anyway, so this is my video all about glowing up. But I had to tell you the truth, like, because I talk to myself that way sometimes. Like, girl, just do it. Like, what are you scared of? What's the worst that can happen? And in any situation, I always think about like all the times that I've taken leaps to maintain who I say I am and who I'm becoming. And 9 times out of 10, nothing bad has ever happened. Nothing bad has ever happened. Something always came up that was better. Something always showed up to save me. I always leaped and I always flew. I never fell on my face, ever. So I want you to remember that as you go on this glow up journey, and when you are confronted with what seems like something difficult and hard, I want you to remember that you can leap and fly, or you can sit there and be stagnant and wake up next year and be the same exact person. Which way would you want to be? Okay, so I want you guys to share your favorite glow up tips in the comments, some of your favorite brands, some of your favorite like tips and tricks and hacks. How do you budget for these things? Let me know. And also you can share other videos that you'd like to see from me. Make sure you give this one a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.